Hello and welcome to the SAS Center here in Edmonton as we get ready for another playoff bout of the Canadian Ball Hockey Nationals. My name is Bryce Burge, and today in tonight's matchup will be the Sherwood Park Ball Hogs wearing their cream-colored jerseys with the gold outlining and black numerals against the City Boys from Manitoba wearing the black with the yellow numbers. Sherwood Park is undefeated in this tournament, enjoying their home province advantage, while the City Boys find themselves 1-2-1 after the group stage. Up now is the City Boys. They'll rifle it into their offensive zone and deflect it up out of play after the Stanley Chartrand shot was redirected. Get our first line change as well for the Sherwood Park Ball Hogs. Getting out a couple of new faces in Braden Caldwell and Kalen Veldman. We had quite a big night last night. Veldman with a hat trick against Weiserhood. One of the more technically challenging games here at the tournament. Sherwood Park advancing it out of their defensive zone up the right wing, courtesy of Blake Dare. Comes back out on the other side. They'll have to reset, get back on side, but they do. Send it into the near side corner. 14:07 remaining here in the opening frame. Ball gets sent down the floor, picked up by the Ball Hogs. Trying to choose how they want to enter into their offensive zone. How about right over the middle, courtesy of, looks like Brandon Vogel. He can't do anything with it, though. Had a good look at first. As showcases that Sherwood Park Ball Hogs are going to use some of that transition in an attempt to find the back of the net. Instead, we'll get a stoppage in play and a face-off in the far circle. As we'll get a penalty here right off the bat up against Gerald Richard. Will be in the box. Looks like it'll be offsetting penalties. Is not sure who went into the box for Sherwood Park, but we'll have 5-on-5 until they'll be released in about 2 minutes plus. Ball comes all the way down into the Sherwood Park offensive or defensive zone. They'll have to push it up the left wing to attack the net once again. Good defense there by the City Boys on the right side. Brought across the blue line and poked away from the defense at the last second, using that pinch point of the offsides to disrupt their opponent's attack. Ball comes across near corner right in front of the City Boys bench. Shot, saved, rebound. Still fought for. And this one's going to be covered up by the keeper. Looks like Jaden Slongbottom's going to have the start here for the City Boys. Face-off's going to be on the near side circle. That's going to be the glove side of the City Boys keeper. As the face-off is won by Sherwood Park. Double teamed right over the middle. Poked away from him. Contact right off the bat. No call. Keep on playing, boys. Shot, and that's going to be saved by the City Boys. Manitobans only have one victory, but they've had some really competitive games so far. Losing a couple of close ones and drawing in pool play. They're fighting hard now. About 12 and a half minutes left here in the opening frame. They're now on the offensive push. Pass goes a little bit too wide and picked up by the Ball Hogs on the near side. A little bit of stick holding there by both teams. Both of these squads are looking to set a tone until one of them can score a goal. Faceoff's going to be just outside the City Boys offensive zone. Curtis Smith taking the faceoff. Up against the number 17 of Braden Caldwell. Caldwell's going to win that one. Turned over, picked up by the City Boys, now loose in the neutral zone. Coming back behind into the corner, right behind the net. Now out towards the blue line. Sherwood Park setting up their offense, crossing the red line, courtesy of Hudson Smith. Smith driving towards the net, waiting for the rest of his teammates to come in and join the offense after taking the line change off the bench. Pass is picked off back over into the City Boys offensive zone, but it's going to be a ball hog that gets there first. And Valerio's now going to push it up on the right wing. Deflects off one of his teammates, and it's going to roll slowly right in front of Longbottom and net. And he'll fall on it to stop the clock. 11:28 remaining here in the first. Still scoreless between Sherwood Park and the City Boys. Ball is dropped. And set out towards the red line. Picked up by Sherwood Park once again. They'll raffle it wide going into the corner. Wrapped back around there by Winch. Behind the net. Fought over by a pair of players from both teams. Now coming out to the near side circle and sent in front of the City Boys bench. Ball comes back around. Far wing, far boards for the City Boys as the puck is now loose right there by that blue line. Should see both of the players in the bench or in the box being able to return to the bench at the next stoppage in play as we've got 5-on-5 hockey after the offsetting penalties. City Boys sending it down the floor and into their far corner. Picked up by Sherwood Park, who's looking to make a smart offensive play. Instead turns it over at the blue line. That's a wrister, ran in the defense, and now fallen on by the goalie. That's going to be Tyson Parker in net today for Sherwood Park. With the stoppage, we'll see everybody return to where they should be. 5-on-5 hockey, setting up in the far face-off circle with 10:17 remaining here in the first period. Face-off into the corner, bouncing off the far boards, picked off, walking right up top, taking a shot, doubles back, wraps around and no dice. Stanley Chartrand had the opportunity and just couldn't find a better look. Instead, Sherwood Park's going to go the other way, dumping it into the zone, chasing back behind the net. Longbottom making sure that there's no wraparound attempt as the shot comes back out from the top of the point, deflected by the defense. And the Ball Hogs are going to just try to keep this one in their offensive zone, and a high sticking is waved off. Sherwood Park still with it, centering around, cutting over the middle is Zykowski. He'll pass it off to the left, shot. And that's going to be loose, but picked up by Longbottom. Fun sequence so far for the first 5 minutes of this contest. We get some fresh skaters out there. Smith and Vogelwein returning for the Ball Hogs as we get a quick discussion here between the alternate captain and the city and from the City Boys and the official. Face-off. Near face-off circle in the City Boys defensive zone, cleared out and chased. We do have a penalty against the City Boys. Not sure who's in the box after that exchange, but the shot comes in from the Ball Hogs and redirected in the far corner. 9:14 remaining here in the first period. Sherwood Park and the City Boys from Manitoba still scoreless. Ball Hogs dump it in on the right side, looking for Veldman. He's going to have to chase it down, being guarded by one of the City Boy defenders as that wraps back around behind the net into the near side corner. Both teams looking to establish possession as it comes out to the red line. And Sherwood Park will start their offense once again. Across the floor to Braden Caldwell. Down inside, shot, deflected a couple of times, bounces off the wall. Now over towards the right wing and dumped down the length of the floor. City Boys getting a change. Sherwood Park will do the same. Good aggressive push here by the City Boys. They get a shot off. That one's going to be saved. And the Ball Hogs will come back the other direction. Still 5-on-4. Man advantage to Sherwood Park. Moving up the left wing. Doubling back now for Dare. He's got Zykowski on the near side. Won't go to him. Bounces off the wall a couple times. Lots of fighting down by the crease, causing a lot of chaos down low. Golding now comes in for the Ball Hogs. He'll set up on the right side. Shot taken from the center line. Bounces around a couple times and will have a stoppage in play. Forward Troy Turnant in the box currently for the City Boys. And we'll get a couple of fresh legs out there. Django Pelletier, one of them for the City Boys. The 7:32 remaining here in the first period. Still scoreless. Ball Hogs with the advantage. Cross pass along the blue line, deflected a couple times, cleared out, breakaway opportunity on the left-hand side. Coming close towards the net, wrapped around, and will be turned over. No harm, no foul for Sherwood Park, who's now aggressively trying to do something in transition. They turn the ball over instead. And it will be picked up by the Ball Hogs. They'll try to get into the offensive zone once again. Thrown forward by Kyle Uzelman, one of the two Uzelmans on the roster for Sherwood Park. Evan Uzelman is also wearing number 3 for the Ball Hogs. Ball's knocked in the corner by the City Boys, wrapped around the backhand side, looking for Pelletier. He's able to get it back out towards the red line, rifled right back on in by Tyler Parker. And knocked outside of the zone, giving the City Boys another opportunity to get some fresh players out there. Ball Hogs looking for a way to cut into that 4-man defensive pattern. The 6:29 remaining. Turn it. Patiently awaiting his chance to come back out and join the fray. City Boys killing off the penalty, this time stopping play, courtesy of Longbottom going out there and corralling the ball. With 6:10 remaining here in the first period. Face off, still being fought over, now eventually coming out towards Powell on the blue line. He'll rip one inside. City Boys able to cross that red line once again and force the Ball Hogs to reset their offense. Moving up the right way, gets the ball over the blue line, doubles back, allows Sherwood Park to take the more cerebral approach as Turnit comes out of the box, and we're back to even strength. Great penalty kill there by the City Boys. Keeping this one scoreless for 5:53 remaining in the first. And now they'll have an opportunity to go on the power play as well, as one of the Ball Hogs heads towards the bench. Face off. Won by the City Boys. Rifled right on back in. Sprawling save, rollover save there by Parker to stop that one. City Boys coming in hot. Now 55 with Kelly Prince on that blue line. Sends it to his pairing mate. Running 3 down low of that forward line. That's picked off, though, by one of the defenders. Throw back in, and a great awareness shot from the number 87 of Quentin Waite will put the City Boys on top over the Sherwood Park Ball Hogs. And now the Albertans are going to have to do something that they have not done so far in this tournament, and that's play from behind. They've had great victories across the board in their pool play and haven't been down in any of their games so far, but they are down 1-0 after that power play goal from Quentin Waite. 5:30 remains in the first period. Puck goes into the far corner of the Ball Hogs defensive zone. Couple trailers coming for City Boys. They're not able to keep that possession. It's going to be the Ball Hogs back on their left wing down to their offensive side. Ball comes out past the red line. City Boys will try to keep them from coming on sides. Contact near in front of the City Boys bench. It's riling them up. They're excited. That ball is still being fought for, and a little bit of a pop there between Chartrand and the 12 of Kyle Uselman, and they're not happy with each other. That's going to be a fun one to watch the rest of this contest to see how those two develop against each other. A shot taken and another high hit. Turnit's down on the ground still. And this one is full of excitement with 4:38 remaining here in the first. Face-off's going to be brought outside the zone. Sheldon McNabb taking the drop for the City Boys. He'll win it, gets it back to his defenseman of Jaden Bannerman, who will dump it in the zone, wraps all the way into the far corner. Ball Hogs trying to get it out. They'll poke it down that wall. Kept in on the offensive side. Deep shot from Lily's going to be wide. Chased down by the City Boys. Ball Hogs get there first in the corner. Plugging in that corner against the wall. Trying to keep the ball away from the City Boys, who are already up 1 after the power play goal. Now one gets deflected high. Rebound is wide. Another shot deflected by the defense into the back corner. Being fought for by Evan Uselman. And it looks like Ori Olofsson. Ball Hogs will move it to the near wing. Driving the ball right in front of their bench. Now over the middle. That's the 93 of Benjamin Field. He'll go up 1-on-1 on that far wall. Ball comes down loose. Out in front of the penalty box. And there's going to be a deflection from, looks like the bench. It was either a player on the bench or it was that trailer. And it's kind of in a blind spot there due to the mooring in between the bench and the penalty box. So the faceoff will be outside of the zone. Won by the Ball Hogs. Sent in the corner. Wrister by Golding is stopped. Comes back out. Another shot goes wide off the back wall. Players diving to keep it away from their opponents. And here comes the City Boys on the right wing. A pairing up against the pairing. As Sherwood Park tries to slow them down. 3-on-4 inside the zone. Another City Boy and Sherwood Park player coming on up into the blue line. Try to keep this one in the zone. It's instead broken out by one of the Ball Hogs up the right wing. He'll take a shot, save, and the rebound attempt is also stopped by Longbottom. This has been a fun one. This is a great one so far, with the City Boys up 1-0 against the Sherwood Park Ball Hogs. holding to take the face-off now for Sherwood Park. Trying to keep the ball in the offensive zone for the Ball Hogs. Ball will instead come behind the net. Player falls down. And they'll have to try to do this a different way from the other side. Resets back behind the net. Now moving up that left wing, coming in fast is the number 87 of Quinton Waite, your goal scorer. Gets around by playing it off the back wall. Dumps it off to his teammate, Janelle. And he's working up the boards, looking for somebody. Instead, he's going to send it backwards on his own volition. Picked off there by the Ball Hogs. They take a shot, but it goes wide and now into the corner. Sherwood Park trying to keep the ball down there, but it's picked up by one of the City Boys on that right side. Moving up the right wing, bouncing off the ball. Now into the zone deeply. Still fighting for it in the corner. Moving around. Back to the blue line. Contact there as the players are going hard for it. Comes out over the middle, and the Ball Hogs are going to flip it forwards. Both teams fighting for it in the neutral zone. Now dumps back, moves up the left wing. City Boys moving in their offensive zone. Had somebody over the middle. Good defense there. Knocks that one back towards the number 8 of Corbin Bannerman. And the City Boys are going to have to retreat in defense. Looking for a centering pass for Veldman of the Ball Hogs. That's to be a turnover instead. City Boys will dump in and chase on the near hand side. Comes back out for Chartrand. Fought for it right in front of the Sherwood Park bench. They'll win it. Now coming across the center dot itself. Now left wing. Extra man in attack. Shot. And that's going to be gobbled up there by Longbottom. Just under a minute to go here in the first period. City Boys up 1-0 against Sherwood Park. And the Ball Hogs are trying to get back to equal with less than a minute to go in the first. Face off on the far circle. That's going to be the blocker side of Longbottom. Face off comes all the way out of the zone. Good forecheck there by the City Boys. Slows things down some more. 49 seconds on the clock. City Boys pushing up forward. That's Brody Saunders, left wing. Centers it. That was actually deflected by the defender there for the Ball Hogs. And now Sherwood Park will come back quickly the other way. Looking for something over the middle. Ends up missing it. And it's deflected out of play. So the puck will come out on the other side of the blue line here. With about half a minute to go. And now we actually got a clock error. And it's the end of the first. City Boys 1, Sherwood Park Ball Hogs 0 here at the Canadian Nationals. Getting ready for the second period here as the two teams have swapped sides of the floor. The City Boys now defending the left goal on your television screen. Sherwood Park defending the right-hand side. Face-off one now by the ball Hogz. They'll enter into their offensive zone as the ball is redirected in the corner. They'll bounce it off their bench and rifle one in, and that's a diving stop there by Longbottom coming out of the crease. Good awareness. That's the kind of stuff that really makes a difference once it gets late in the tournament, to make sure that you're flopping on the ball, stopping it when you feel like you don't have the advantage. Just stop the play. And that's a really heads-up play there by Jaden's Longbottom. Face off on his blocker side. Won by the ball hog. Shot. Powerful enough to knock him down. He's able to redirect it into the far corner. City Boys trying to walk it out. Will end up rifling it up top. Quickly picked up and thrown in for Vinch near in front of the boards there. And they're actually going to say that it's going to come all the way down for an icing. 14:31 remaining here in the first period. Face-off is going to be Kyle Uzelman of the Ball Hogs up against Troy Turnett of the City Boys. Ball comes loose, now picked up by the Ball Hogs, wrapped up in the near side corner, redirected towards the blue line, picked off there by Chartrand. He'll take a shot, goalie's down, and still no goal. Ball Hogs flip it out of the zone, chasing it down on the right wing. Slow enough to avoid the icing call. Nope, no dice. They're actually going to say it's going to be an icing instead. A little bit out of camera view there. Thought this. The ball hog was able to get down there on that right wing. It looked like it was Tyler Parker. He's got the speed. But the ball's going to come back to the far face-off circle in the City Boys offensive zone. Face-off, won by the Ball Hogs, wrapped around the backside of their net, now moving up the left wing. Got a guy crossing over the middle. Bounce pass, looking for the 93 of Benjamin Field, able to chase it down. Caldwell can't get the following up pass, and the City Boys are going to come quickly back the other direction. Wrapping around the backside of the net, Parker tries to play to his teammate. Ball Hogs will now send it out, picked up. All fought for, rather, by Kalen Veldman and a handful of various City Boys. 13-12 remaining here in this one. City Boys still up 1-0 thanks to a Quentin Waite power play goal. Face-off is going to be on the dot just outside the blue line. Gerard Richard winning this one for the City Boys. Crossing the blue line, left wing, now coming over the center, the number 87 of Quentin Waite. He misses wide. City Boys reset. 5-on-5 equal strength hockey. Defender loses a stick, picks it up after a little bit of help there from his teammate. Comes back out, bounces off the wall. Streaking down is Veldman, trying to make sure that they can start their offensive possession a little bit more for Sherwood Park. Wraps around. Aggressive defense here by the City Boys. They're still on top. Sherwood Park rotates around, sends it back out towards the red line, picked up there by their offense. Now, centering. That's Valeria. To Caldwell, down low, and redirected away from Caldwell. City Boys busting out of their defensive zone along the right wing. Turnover. Now dumped right back in, saying that there was a deflection. Tegan Lilly said that he bounced it off of Logan Zykowski there. They're going to say no dice. He didn't do it. It's going to be an icing. And they'll bring this one back into the neutral zone. Kevin Golding taking this one for the Ball Hogs. Puck is dropped, and it's going to be won by Curtis Smith and the City Boys. .11:51 remaining here in the second period. Pretty much green flag hockey here, back and forth, up and down the floor in this second period. Now the ball Hogz with their opportunity, moving to the left-hand side, knocked away from him. Trey Parker still fighting for possession, picked up by the City Boys as they hack and slash and use the boards, trying to bounce that ball out of harm's way. Caught up in the corner. Back around to the near side. Outlet pass is a little bit too high, chasing it down. And it will be brought back for an icing. 11:05 remaining here in the second period. Sherwood Park down a goal. Ball Hogz are still undefeated in this tournament, needing to find the back of the net to try to make this back an equal game. Shot deflected by the defense. Brought back over the middle, picked off by Turnip. We'll start things off for the City Boys, back the other direction, into the near side corner now, still kind of tied up there. As both teams are going after this one. Comes back out over the middle, shot by Turnip, it's wide left. Ball comes out, picked up by the Ball Hogz. They'll go back quickly the other direction, into the corner. It was a little bit too long. Another icing slows this game down just a little bit more. 10:32 remaining here in the second. Shout out to House of Trophies Limited for their sponsorship of the Canadian Nationals here. Fellow Edmonton business. You can reach them at 780-433-7640 for all your accolade needs. Ball won eventually by the Ball Hogz, coming up the left wing. Cycling around it, Hudson Smith over the middle. Backhander, a little bit wide, can't find the centering pass. Who's man down low, ball comes out, chased down along the near side boards, all the way down the floor. Eventually picked up. Get a couple of fresh players out there for both teams. Being fought for now by the 91 of Brody Saunders and the 46 of Kalen Veldman. Ball Hogz will have to reset. Knocked away by the defender. He'll take a shot, goes in the corner, and now the City Boys will try to start their offense. Ball Hogz, different idea. Loose in the neutral zone. Now move into the offense there, and we're going to have an interference call against the City Boys. Nicholas Valerio gets knocked down. And we're going to see one of the City Boys go to the bench and one to the box. It'll be Prince, Smith, Olafson, and Bannerman out there on the penalty kill. Face off. Won by the Ball Hogz. Out towards the white line. Shot. Saved. And caught by Longbottom. Face off's going to be from the far circle after the glove save by Longbottom. 9:25 remaining here in the middle period. Ball comes out to the red line, picked up by the Ball Hogz. They'll set up their offense, playing it to Dare in the point. Over to the right side, cross floor, wrister, and that's going to be corralled there by Longbottom. Good shot there by Caldwell, just ran into some jersey. 9:02 remaining. Teams will get some extra legs out there. Turnip, Saunders, Bannerman, and Lilly Now on the penalty kill for the City Boys. Face-off will be Caldwell taking it for the Ball Hogs. It will be knocked into the corner. Saunders trying to get it out of harm's way, gets it to a teammate, and they'll flip it down the floor. Ball Hogs left the chase with just a little under 9 minutes to go in the period. Dumped into the near side corner, picked up by Brody Saunders. Trying to bounce it around, kept in by Dare. Sherwood Park setting up their offense. Shot off the back wall, comes to the near side for Kyle Uzelman. And it will be deflected out of play. 8:29 remaining in the period. City Boys up 1-0, but the Ball Hogs with the man advantage. Face off, won by the Ball Hogs, turned over at the neutral zone. They'll have to reset their offense and stay onside. Crossing pattern over the middle, 4 streaks now. Diving down deep into the offensive zone is Sherwood Park. Different kind of set play here to set things off here in the power play. Rifled in from the blue line by Parker. And we'll have a stoppage in play with 7:56 remaining. Kyle Uzelman once again on the near side, face-off circle. Won this time by the City Hogs. Ball Hogs. But the City Boys will be able to knock it all the way down the length of the floor. Sherwood Park gets it onside. Shot from the blue line, misses wide. Comes out back towards the top for Tyler Parker. He'll send it right. And this one will also go wide. Some accuracy problems here for the Ball Hogs on their power play. Penalty against Sherwood Park ends the power play opportunity for them. It will be now 4-on-4 with the ball coming down into the Ball Hog defensive side. And that penalty against the City Boys pretty much wrapped up at the same time, so we'll stay on the power play. Just the regular power play. It won't be 4-on-4 even strength. Instead, Sherwood Park now playing without a man. City Boys are up 1-0. Their lone goal came on a power play shot from Quentin Waite. We'll see if they can score again. The Ball Hogs at a man disadvantage. In the corner. Walking it down, over the middle. Shot by Kelly Prince. Deflected, comes out back towards the blue line. Now back towards Prince. He'll go left with it. Comes back to Prince at the top. Goes back left, shot! That's going to be deflected by the defense. Still loose. Comes back towards Prince. He'll shoot it. Goes into the far corner. City Boys can't completely get it out of the zone. City Boys able to stay on side. They'll let one rip. Real poor angle, but sometimes you just got to make those shots. And now we're going to get another penalty. Down low, there's contact. That whistle came quickly. There'll be a hold against Sherwood Park. .6:17 remains here in the second period. City Boys up 1-0. Ball Hogs trying to find an outlet pass. They had a guy open in Vogel, just couldn't get the ball to him. Now City Boys will try it again from the near side. That's Saunders. To the left, shot. Goes wide, bounces off the wall a couple of times, comes back out towards Saunders. He'll dump it down low for his teammate, the 10 of Gerard Richard. Looks down low, shot. That one goes wide left. Now to Chartrand. Rotating around. Down loose, back up to even strength. As Sherwood Park's able to come on out of the gate. Shot once again. Wide left. And the City Boys are going to go chase it down. 5:19 remaining here in the second period. Sherwood Park finds themselves down 1-0. And we'll have a stoppage in play. Face-off will be on the far circle of the Ball Hogs defensive zone. Thrown quickly back towards the crease, still loose. All the teams fighting over it, and finally a whistle. Definitely been one of the more physical games here in this C class. Face off. Won by the Ball Hogs. Batted around. Now up the left wing. That's Dylan Powell. Back towards Veldman. He'll send it around. Thrown in towards the net. Saved by Longbottom. Redirected in the corner. Bounces around a couple of times. Still loose. Now picked up by the City Boys defense. And they'll just throw it down. Kept in the middle, picked off in the neutral zone. Quickly, the City Boys moving up the right side. They'll dump it in. A little bit too hot and heavy. And it'll come on back to the near face-off circle. 4:39 remaining in the second. Brandon Vogel will take this one for the Ball Hogs. Loses this draw, but still fighting for possession down low. Now 2-on-2 the other way. Dumped in by Pelletier. Wraps around the backside of the goal, and the Ball Hogs will now attack on the right side. Crossing the blue line, dumping it in, and that's going to be stopped there by Jaden's Longbottom. 4:16 remaining in the second period. The only goal on this one, a Quentin Waite power play goal for the City Boys. Ball Hogs getting away. Go back the other direction, throws it towards net, popped up. Now into the corner, chased down by Valerio. He centers, and that's going to be a little bit too far. And we'll see Sherwood Park go back and have to go get it. Ball will come all the way down into the City Boys defensive zone on the left-hand side. Face off. Won by the ball. Hogz shot. Rebound. And the ball is deflected on the save by Longbottom, up and out of play. City Boys giving a little bit of love there to Longbottom. Really working out that right leg to get there in time to stop that rebound attempt. Face off once again. Comes into the near side corner. Rotating around. Ball Hogz with it. They'll throw it towards the net. Deflected by the defense into the far corner. That's Kyle Uzelman. Give and go. Now into the far corner. Now on the near side, it's the City Boys. Turns it over right at their own blue line. Vogel. Back to Winch. And the ball is going to be deflected out of play once again with 2 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the second period. Saunders and Bannerman return for the City Boys. Face off will be taken by Golding of the Ball Hogz. Goes to the back wall and brought out by Bannerman. He turns it over. Cross pass back towards Dare. He'll take a shot. Goes a little high. Rebound opportunity. Poked away by the defense. Ball brought down. Cross floor. Near corner. Got a cutter. No dice there. And what an angle of a shot. Nolan Hamilton says that he has it. And the officials are saying that he kicked it. So instead of putting a second goal on the board, Hamilton goes to the box for interference. What a wild turn. And if Sherwood Park was looking for an opportunity to get back into this one, now is the time. You've got the momentum. City Boys are just incredulous about how quickly that turned away from their advantage. And the Ball Hogz have that extra attacker out there. Sherwood Park near side. Braden Caldwell trying to feed one of his teammates on the left wing. Massive hack by the City Boys in the corner. And the guy who did it still on the ground. Shot. Redirected. 5-on-3, and that's a goal. An equalizer on the power play for Sherwood Park in what can only be extremely controversial, not because of the effort there by Brandon Vogel, who did such a great job of getting the ball in there, but instead it's the player that's still down in the corner for the City Boys, creating a 5-on-3 back the other direction. That's leading to the confusion. All this happening with just a little under 2 minutes to go here in the second. A potential equalizer not officially on the scoreboard given the circumstances. But this is definitely one that can suck the wind out of a tournament for either side. Unsure who the player is still on the ground as now another member of the City Boys are going to go check in on his team as they all sit there on the bench. Sherwood Park coming over to their own side. I didn't really see anything penalty worthy. It was just a whole bunch of people fighting for the ball in the corner. You hate to, I hate to say it, but it's one of those things that are part of the sport, part of contact sport. But to not have that whistle, I think these are valid questions brought up by the City Boys, and hopefully there's some kind of communication there that can keep the Manitobans calm, as this is now a tie ball game with about 16 total minutes left in regulation. City Boys are able to get their player off into the locker room. I think that might be Darian Janelle. Can't officially see the number there. So we'll go back and get looked at by trainers. So a power play goal for each side. One a little bit more controversial than the other, but we are tied here with a minute 50 to go in this one. Ball gets dumped in deep to the Sherwood Park offensive zone. Quickly back the other direction with about a minute 30 remaining here in this one, as it's fallen on by Tyson Parker. Face off. Won by the ball Hogs. They'll move up the left wing. 3 men on attack. Comes back behind the net. Played out of the area by Longbottom. Kept in the zone by Powell. Rotating around. Shot down low. Leg saved again. Helped out by the defense. And I think we might have a penalty coming up. No, it was just a signal for the icing there, as we still got 5-on-5 hockey here in the final minute of the second period. Tied at 1. All Hogs and the City Boys. Ball gets moved up the far side boards, comes out over the middle, corralled there by Trey Parker, who will dump it right back into the zone. A little bit past the glove of Longbottom this time. Bounces around a couple of fortunate bounces for the City Boys. Now comes loose. Dumped right back into the zone there by Trey Parker. Chasing it down is Kyle Uzelman. Rotating around on the backside of the goal. Longbottom hanging out there in the crease, and looks like the net came off its moorings. They'll whistle it dead. Fix the net and move the ball outside of the zone to the far face-off circle. Golding will take the face-off duties here with about 20 seconds remaining in the period. Ball's dropped. No. Faked out everybody. Won by the ball. Hogs dumped back in. On the right wing, that's Zykowski. Back towards Parker. Throwing it over the middle. Big save there by Longbottom. Final seconds of the period. Ball caught up in the corner. Dumped out. Kept back. Rifled in from the blue line. Save. Rebound. And that one's in. Sherwood Park scores 2 in the final 2 minutes of the second period to take a 2-1 lead. Trey Parker and Kevin Golding combining for that one. Our first even strength goal of this contest as well. Face-off comes out to center circle. A little bit of extra clarification there for the Sherwood Park bench. Face-off. Won by the Ball Hogs. Rifled into the zone by Caldwell. Comes all the way around looking for Dare. Smith out there as well. Poked away by the City Boys. Taken right back by Caldwell and company. He'll throw it in. Down in the corner. Bounces around a little bit more. 17 seconds remaining here in the second period. Tied up in front of the bench. Got a player down for Sherwood Park. And they call that one fairly quickly. Looks like a left ankle injury to Evan Uzelman. I don't think the City Boys are going to be happy about how quickly that one was called compared to the other injury against Janelle. Uzelman able to get up. We'll have a face-off at the dot right outside the blue line. Vogel lining up under center. And that should do it here for the second period. Sherwood Park 2 big ones here in the second as they're back on top against the City Boys here. Quick start to the third period here as the Sherwood Park Ball Hogs are on top of the City Boys, 2-1. Start of the third period in this playoff matchup as Sherwood Park scored 2 to come back from 1-goal deficit in that second period. A controversial power play goal to equalize, and then a great play by Brandon Vogel to take the lead with just about 30 seconds remaining in the period. Face-off's going to be on the far side of the court as the ball gets popped up in the air. Comes all the way down, eventually picked up by the City Boys. Manitobans are 1-2-1 after the first couple of days of the tournament, needing to equalize once again to get back on top and keep their tournament alive. Instead, the Ball Hogs are going to push hard on their left wing. Try to center it for somebody. Can't find one of their own teammates and find the City Boy instead as they try to break it out of their defensive area. Longbottom trying to get him help out himself as he redirects the pass high and into the corner. Ball comes out towards the backside. Another shot comes in low. Longbottom pokes it away, gets some help from the defense, and is covered up there by the City Boy goalie. 13:40 remaining here in the third period. Sherwood Park up 2-1. Face-off near circle, one there by Hudson Smith for the Ball Hogs. But it's going to be knocked away, and we'll try this one again. Ball's dropped, comes out towards Mateo Valerio on the blue line. Rocked around the corner before a cross floor pass to get the offense going for the City Boys. No one's turned over in the neutral zone. Bounce around a couple of times before it comes back out to your goal scorer for the City Boys, Quentin Waite. Will rifle it into the corner as it comes out over the middle for the Ball Hogs, dancing on the right wing. That's Feldman getting a little bit of help now from Vogel as it's tied up right there in front of the City Boys bench. And eventually we'll get a whistle to stop this one. 12:50 remaining here in the third period. Ball Hogs still up 2-1 against the City Boys of Manitoba. Face-off is going to be on the dot just on the other side of the blue line. Kyle Uzelman wins that one for the Ball Hogs, gets it over to Dylan Powell, who moves up to the left side. Throws that one towards net, and it's going to be stopped there by Jaden Longbottom, once again in net. McNabb, Lilly, and Kennedy, your front line for the City Boys now. That ball gets sent all the way down the end of the floor. And the Ball Hogs are going to move this one back up. Dumped into the zone there by Jackson Smith. And stopped by the goaltender from the City Boys once again. Face off near circle. The Ball Hogs offensive zone. shot from the top of the circle, goes wide, wraps around the corner, dumped back in behind the net. Now in the near side corner for whichever team to get there first. Bounce around, ball hog, shot, goes wide once again. Favorable bounce to the City Boys. Starts off one way, but a good team defensive effort there in the neutral zone. Slows that one down and sends it back down the floor to be stopped by Longbottom. We'll set things up, leave the ball for one of his teammates, so we'll move it up the right-hand wing. Now over the middle, picked off by the Ball Hogs defense. Now over the middle, a chance for a shot, and instead it's going to be just a little bit too far out of reach for Brandon Vogel. .11:37 here in the third period. Sherwood Park up 2-1. Ball's dropped. Back behind the net are the City Boys. Now moving up the left wing. Back to the corner. Sends it around to that right wing. Up the boards methodically. Poked away by the Ball Hogs. Now picked up on the near side by Nanakawa. That one's a little bit too far, and we'll have the ball brought back out of play. Put this one right at center dot. Face off. Team still fighting for control. Now along the far side boards, popped up in air, knocked down by Bannerman, and a hit in front of the bench. Chasing it down is Zykowski. Moved up by the City Boys on the near side. Ball Hogs move it out, centers it for Zykowski again, driving towards the goal, just kind of throws it at it, looking for a rebound. He had a trailer, hoping that he could kind of do a rebound type approach, but really good rebound control there. Stops that, and we got the equalizer. In transition, the City Boys are able to get one in past Tyson Parker. And we got a tie ball game with 10 minutes to go. Jaden Bannerman, along with Chartrand, gets this one in the back of the net. Just good transition. Was able to just lift the ball just enough over that left leg pad of Tyson Parker. And we're tied at 2. Quickly going once again are the Ball Hogs and City Boys. Ball Hogs, they'll let one rip from the blue line. Rebound, put in the corner. Chased down there by Valerio. Rotating around are the Ball Hogs, looking for somebody on that right wing, now into the right corner. That would have been Parker, throwing it towards the middle, and he puts in the equalizer. Might have got a little bit of help right there on the front doorstep, but that was one heck of a pass to find the open man, and the Ball Hogs are back on top quickly, not even a minute after the City Boys had equalized this one. Nothing but drama and fun in this one. Guzzelman beats out Richard for the face-off on this one. Comes out over the middle into the neutral zone. Fought hard there in front of the bench. There's a ton of contact there between Prince and White. Now comes into the offensive zone of the City Boys, where it's going to be stopped and slowed down by Tyson Parker. Didn't like the look of everybody coming in, but holy cow, you're starting to see a lot of contact up there. They were fighting for that ball in front of the City Boys' door. 9:34 remaining in regulation. Ball Hogs back up by 1. Face off. On the blocker side of Parker. Won by the Ball Hogs. They'll use that left wing. Moving up, crossing the red line, staying on side. Floated over the middle. Good defense there. Shot comes in, bounces around, still loose. And fallen upon by Longbottom. You saw everybody still fighting for that ball, just jamming and sticking and shoving right there on the crease. The official with both hands in the air running into the fray as quickly as he could. Lots of energy here as these two teams are leaving everything out on the floor. 9:15 remaining in regulation. Uzelman and Richard, Uzelman and Bannerman to take this one. There's going to be a little bit of extra communication as Longbottom might have gotten a little shooken up there. Derek Bannerman is available in net if the City Boys need him. But they're just going to allow Longbottom to play on after checking his equipment. The face-off will be on his glove side. Comes out to the blue line. Bounced around a couple of times. Now won by the City Boys as they come up the left side quickly. That's Kennedy. Has it knocked away from him. Ball circles around the back side of the net. Now comes out towards the blue line, picked up by the City Boys. They rifle that one in, and it's going to be redirected in the near side corner. Chased down by Uzelman. Comes out towards Bannerman instead. And we'll have the teams fight for this in the neutral zone before the Ball Hogs dump it in on the right-hand side. Great battle there. Coming out over the crease. Diving attempt to stop the ball. And it is Longbottom stopping it once again. Both teams getting some fresh legs out there. As the face-offs in the far circle. Rotating around. Lined up. Shot. Saved and deflected into the corner. Actually, it might have been pretty high. It might have been out of play. Face off, near side. Still inside the Ball Hogs offensive zone. And off the draw, they're able to get one in. And that's an insurance goal here with 8 minutes and 19 seconds to go. A wonderful, almost set play design by Sherwood Park to go in and find that gap on the left side of the goal. And we're going to see a timeout by the City Boys as they try to calm down and get ready in advance before the next part of the play. Getting ready to return to action after the City Boys timeout face-off. Won by Nanakawap, who dumps it into the zone. Looking for his teammates to go in and chase it. Prince trying to keep it in, fails at doing so, and here comes the ball. Hogz back the other way. Shot goes wide left into the corner. Both teams fighting for it, but the ball Hogz will get there first, throws that one towards the crease. Hopefully gets disregarded there by the City Boys, specifically Curtis Smith, who has his pocket picked, and here come the ball Hogz the other direction. Left wing, that's Dare, and his shot is going to be gobbled on up by Longbottom. 7:54 remaining in the third period. Ball Hogz up by 2, their biggest lead of the day. Face off, won by the City Boys. Moving up the right wing, dumping it in. Chasing it down and be a little bit too far. I'll bring it back for an icing. .23 remaining in regulation. City Boys need to get the ball out of their defensive zone, and they're going to try to do it this time in this sequence. Bringing it towards the crease, and we'll have a penalty coming up against Sherwood Park. Potentially against Sherwood Park. We'll see who's heading to the box. It actually looks like one of the City Boys, and this would be a frustrating circumstance. And given the fact of who's complaining, it looks like this is going to be one of the leaders for the Manitoban squad. They open up the gate and get that ready for the alternate captain. That's Stanley Chartrand in the box. Sherwood Park now on the power play. They're 1 for 4 so far in this contest. The first goal being that equalizer that was kind of controversial, but got things kind of going for the Albertan team. Sherwood Park turns it over, breakaway the other direction. Bannerman trying to get fancy with it to create an opportunity. Instead, just bounces off the back wall. Kills some time. Keeps this manageable at a 2-goal lead, despite playing with a man down. Blake Dare dancing this one in. Back up top to Veldman. To Dare. He'll let one go. And that one finds the back of the net. Blake Dare from the top of the face-off circle, belligerently in front of the City Boys bench. And he'll bang that one home on the power play to give the Sherwood Park Ball Hogz a 5-2 lead. Face-off won by the Ball Hogz. Dumped into their offensive zone. City Boys trying to clear this one out. Get some goals back going their direction. 6:07 in regulation. 3-goal advantage for the Ball Hogz. And that one is going to hit the ceiling. And we'll stop play. 6:01 now remaining in the third. And the Ball Hogz are going to be a man down. as Kyle Uzelman will head towards the box. Power play opportunity for the City Boys. This is their chance to bring this back within 2. They win the face-off, rotate to the near side. White rotates and cleared out by Sherwood Park. City Boys get back on side, brought up quickly. Gets the ball over the blue line, just long enough to let the City Boys set up their offense. Rotating to the top of the point for Turnit. Tries to find the back door. Good defense there, both on the help by the defender and from Tyson Parker, the goalie for Sherwood Park. City Boys work on the near side, back up to the top for Turnit. They'll throw it down on the near side for Quentin Waite. Turnit. Down low, takes a shot. That one deflected into the far corner rather. Ball Hogz looking to get this one out. City Boys keep it to Waite. He'll take a shot, deflected by the defender into the near corner. That's going to go all the way out towards the red line. Diving attempt to try to keep it in the zone. No dice. Ends up being fought for way down in the offensive zone of the Ball Hogz. And that took a lot of time off it. Instead, the City Boys are going to get tangled up near the crease. And we're going to get some shoving right in front of the official. So something's going to happen from this with 4:23 remaining. Couple of roughing calls for each team, so we'll stick with the 5-on-4 with 4:23 remaining. Sherwood Park up 5-2. Quentin Waite to take the face-off for the City Boys. First goal scorer for the Manitoban team today. Wins the face-off, comes out, bounces the shot off of the defender, resets for Kelly Prince. He'll throw this one in down low, bounces off the back wall, and a high rodeo pass to clear it is going to force the City Boys to reset their offense. The team rushes to get back on side, moves across the blue line. I think that one was arguable, as we saw from the Sherwood Park bench. Doesn't matter, they're still able to clear it. And City Boys will have to do it right this time for sure. Back on side they go. Bannerman looking for the way to get across the blue line. They do just enough to start their offense going with 3:40 remaining in regulation. A slapper from past the blue line, redirected by the defense and out of play. 3:32 remaining in regulation. 3-goal lead for Sherwood Park, who looks to remain undefeated now in the knockout stages of the Canadian Ball Hockey Nationals here in Edmonton. Face-off. Taken by Turnit. Still being fought for. Comes out to White. Good defense there by Zykowski as he gets the outlet pass to go chase down. There's going to be a City Boy there, though, to go and get the ball first. But the City Boys will have to get back on side. Then now come up to the blue line. Takes a wrister towards the net. Tries to get cleared, and the Ball Hogz are able to send that one back down the floor once again with 3:10 remaining. An excellent penalty kill here for the Ball Hogz. Once again, coming up and clear. Dylan Powell doing the honors this time for Sherwood Park. Once again, dumped in and chased, and this one will be fallen upon by Tyson Parker in net. Face-off will be inside the offensive zone. Nolan Hamilton will take the face-off for the City Boys. 2:43 remaining. Face-off. Won by the Ball Hogs. Knocked out of the zone. City Boys will have to go chase. Get back on side. Across the blue line. Near side shot. Bounces off the goalie and into the near corner. Kind of an awkward pickup there for Parker, but he got the job done. Ball trapped. Back behind the net. Centering pass. Slap it from the blue line. Goes wide. And we'll have a stoppage in play after the save. 2:02 remains. Not 100% sure if the City Boys have pulled long bottom or not. There's been a couple of players that have been coming in and out for that extra attacker, and it does look like they'll bring out Brody Saunders instead. 6-on-5. Final minute, 58 of play. Saunders throwing it down low, and a slapper from the blue line, still loose. Opportunity for a rebound. High scorpion-style save by Parker with the rollover. They'll come again towards the net. Redirected into the near corner. Minute 40. City Boys needing to score a lot more than just one to tie this up. Comes out past the blue line. Stopped by Saunders. Tied up along the boards. Eventually chased down by the Ball Hogs. They'll try on the right side. Good aggressive forecheck. Continues to disrupt everything the City Boys are trying to do. And they'll throw that one down towards the empty net. And it's in. The empty netter with 1:06 to go should seal this one up for Sherwood Park, who is down early. Down the majority of the second period. Taking a controversial power play goal and throwing that aside by making sure that there were plenty of goals to make up for it in the third. Now up by a lot. Minute 5 to go. Sherwood Park pushing hard in the offensive zone. Long bottom back on out there for the City Boys. As the score should be 6-2 here in the final minute of play. All tied up along the boards there, and looks like they're going to stop it there and check out a player. We'll have a tripping call against Sherwood Park. So, if the City Boys want to get back into it, now would be the time. Power play of 4, the Manitoban squad in black. City Boys bring out the extra attacker. Given the power play opportunity, deflection up into the ceiling. We'll bring this back into the Ball Hogs defensive zone. Be on Parker's right-hand side, his blocker, and stick side. Shot deflected by the defense into the far corner. Chased down by 2 City Boys and a Ball Hog. Another shot comes down low. Opportunity on the back door. Good team defense. And we got a goal. 13 seconds remaining, and the City Boys are able to get one back. Looks like Desjardins was the man to get on the board there. And I believe the score is actually 6-3 instead of 5-4. So with only a handful of seconds remaining, they're not going to make up two. But that never say die attitude by the City Boys has got to be something to recommend and celebrate. Final seconds. Ball Hogz dumping it in. And another penalty against Sherwood Park. Well, if that's the case, might as well keep everything going. Hold the goalie once again. Face off one there by the City Boys, moving into their offensive zone. Tied up along the boards on that far side. And play will be stopped. "15 seconds in this one. City Boys need a couple more to tie it up. Comes out to the red line. City Boys keep it. Move to the left-hand side. Chartrand comes down low. And having a little bit of extracurriculars late in this one. City Boys taking a little bit of offense there to Kevin Golding's defensive prowess. And with 1 second remaining, it looks like the City Boys are ready to call it and run off the second. Instead, officials are saying play on. They'll put one of the Ball Hogz in the penalty box. Face off, comes low, shot, far side, and down the floor it goes. And that will do it. Sherwood Park coming from behind to win big, 6-4 over the City Boys. Sherwood Park will stay undefeated and move on to the next round. We'll take a break and have the next game right after this.